Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new Airsoft video. To start things off today, we're going to take a look at something that a lot of you guys have been asking about in the comment section, and that is of course my weapon loadout. Now a short while ago I did do an entire loadout video, but that is slightly out of date now, so sometime soon I will have a new one on the way, but today we're just going to take a look at my main weapon, my WE-888. And relatively, this is still a pretty new weapon to the market. Of course, it's WE's new version of their 416 GBBR. This is an entirely AEG weapon that I've had for around about 9 months now, so I've had a lot of experience with it and a real chance to see how good this gun really is. Now for a long time I did run this weapon bare bones. I had no attachments, no grips, no sights, no torches. I just used it as the weapon came, and to be honest, it was pretty effective. For a long time I wasn't really a fan of sights. I didn't think they were very useful. They got smashed and shot very easily. You had to replace the battery, so it just seemed like more hassle than it was worth. But recently I actually picked up this sight. It's the T1 sight. It's a very quick detachable sight, as you can see. Clicks on very easily, clicks off very easily, so if your battery runs out you can just switch to your iron sights in the middle of a game, which is something I did like the idea of. Also, it's a very small and compact sight with a kill flash on the front, so you don't need any of these big pieces of plastic protecting your sights, which can really ruin the look of your weapon. Now the sight itself is a fixed 1x magnification with a single red dot that has 5 different intensities, so of course if you're playing in low light environments you can drop it down so it's not too bright, and if you are playing in a bright room as I am here, you can rack it right up so you can see it very easily. Now on the top and the bottom you have 2 dials to change the zero, so it is a very easy sight to zero in, and once you've done that it is pretty effective. So safe to say I will be using this sight a lot more in future, and it definitely has made shooting accurately from a long distance much easier. Now in the description below I will leave links to all of the items I'm showing you guys today, so if you are interested in picking up any of these things yourself, the links are down below. Now moving on down the weapon, I have my angle foregrip, which works in conjunction with my Surefire clone. As you can see I have the torch on the right hand side, which allows me to operate the pressure switch with my thumb on the left hand side whilst holding the foregrip. Now this torch is pretty powerful. It's about 200 lumens and is very quick reacting with the pressure switch, so as you can see here you can spam it very easily, or keep it held down to allow yourself to light up targets for a long period of time. Now of course the advantage of having a torch, it also helps see where your BBs are travelling, which of course does improve accuracy. Now finally at the end of the weapon I have my Swiss Arms 20cm suppressor, which, let's be honest, makes no real difference in airsoft. It is just an aesthetic tool, so it does make my weapon, personally I think, look a lot cooler, but it really doesn't have any tactical advantage on the field. Now onto the weapon itself. As I said, I've been using this for around about 9 months now for every single game, and it is yet to let me down. This weapon is very reliable. I've been running 2 WE 7.4 LiPo batteries, one for the morning games, one for the afternoon games, and the weapon itself with these batteries has a very good trigger response. Of course, you do have to have a pretty good trigger finger on you in the first place, but this weapon will allow you to fire in almost fully automatic. It is that quick, so I'm really impressed with the standard motor that it comes with. The only slight change I have made to the weapon, I've had a maple leaf hop-up rubber added, which has added a little bit extra range. Of course I can get shots now going a little bit further, a little bit straighter and flatter, so apart from that the weapon is internally exactly the same as when I bought it, and I have to say it is very impressive. Now I'm actually not too sure how many rounds a second this thing can fire. As I said, I hardly ever use it on fully auto, but I can tell you out the box it fires around 350 FPS, which is exactly the limit for the indoor sight I play on, so it's pretty perfect. Sometimes if I clean the barrel out it can be a little bit hot around 360, but after a few minutes that will drop down to below 350, so for any indoor CQB sights in the UK that's pretty much a perfect FPS. Now the construction of the weapon is very solid. Everything you'd expect to be made of metal on a real steel weapon is made of metal on this. I think the only plastic external parts are the pistol grip and the crane stock. Everything else is made of metal, so it does feel very strong and very sturdy, and so far I've had no issues with any internal or external parts. So I hope that does answer some of your questions about my weapon. Anything else you'd like to know, tell me down in the comment section below, and of course if you did enjoy this video, a like is always appreciated. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.